RHOC, Vicki Gunvalson done with show for good? Is RHOC OG of the OC, Vicki Gunvalson officially done with the show after all she has been through? She has been there since the beginning but was eventually demoted and then opted to leave. Yet she still made appearances here and there. Unfortunately, are those appearances coming to an end? Keep reading for more details. Vicki Gunvalson done with show for good. Since the inception of RHOC, Vicki Gunvalson has been there. She sold insurance passionately from her home and had 2 children from her first marriage, Michael and Brianna. Vicki was married to her second husband, Don Gunvalson, and they lived in a lavish home. She had worked her tail off to be able to afford all of the finer things in life, but she could be shrill, shrewd, and over the top. Fans knew she did not care for the new girls and could be incredibly mean and judgmental. Throughout her time on RHOC, she got divorced from Don, became a grandmother, and was part of a cancer scam. She also screamed a lot when she did not like what she heard and had a combative sisterhood with Tamra Judge and Shannon Beater. Eventually, she was demoted to friend status and ended up being done with the hit Bravo series. Fans still wanted to see her, so she would pop up here and there. In season 18, she had fallen out with Tamra, but was there to help Shannon navigate her post-DUI life. Yet, will she be there for season 19? Vicki Gunvalson did an Ask Away segment on Instagram and someone asked if she would be coming back next season. Sadly, she said she would not be returning, but she did note that she would be tuning in to see Shannon Beater. That confirms Shannon has signed on for season 19. It was recently confirmed that all of the ladies from season 18 were coming back, but newcomer, Katie Janela, was on the fence. Allegedly, she has also signed on, but Alexis Bellino has been fired. End of an era. After learning that Vicki Gunvalson was done with RHOC, what did fans have to say? She has said this before but somehow always comes back. Someone mentioned an interview that Vicki had done for a Vice docuseries about reality television. In it, she shared that Bravo exploited the grief around her mother's death. To her, that was unforgivable, so this may have been her farewell to the show. Vicki Gunvalson, the self-proclaimed OG of the OC, has been a fixture on Bravo's The Real Housewives of Orange County since its inception in 2006, but now whispers are growing louder that Vicki might be done with the show, this time for good. Could this be the end of an era for the housewife who built an empire on love tanks and insurance policies? Let's dive into the reasons behind this potential exit and what it could mean for the RHOC franchise. A legacy of drama and drive. When Vicki Gunvalson joined RHOC, she wasn't just signing up for reality TV, she was laying the groundwork for an entire genre. Her fiery personality, no-holds-barred honesty, and ability to stir the pot set the tone for what fans came to expect from the Housewives franchise. From her infamous "whoop it up" catchphrase to her tumultuous relationships with Don, Brooks, and Steve, Vicki has never been shy about bearing it all for the cameras. However, Vicki's journey hasn't always been smooth sailing. Over the years, her dramatic feuds with castmates like Tamra Judge, Shannon Beater, and Kelly Dodd often took center stage. While these conflicts brought explosive ratings, they also took a toll on her personal life. Recently, Vicki has hinted that she might be ready to leave the chaos behind, hints of an exit. During a recent podcast appearance, Vicki candidly admitted that she's exhausted by the constant drama. "I've given so much of myself to this show," she shared. "At some point, you have to ask if it's worth sacrificing your peace of mind." This sentiment aligns with her actions over the past few seasons. After being demoted to friend status in season 14 and stepping away entirely in season 15, Vicki's return to the current season felt more like a cameo than a comeback. Fans noticed that Vicki seemed less invested during her appearances this season. Gone were the days of table flipping and tequila-fueled confrontations. Instead, she appeared more introspective, often acting as a peacemaker rather than a provocateur. Could this be a sign that Vicki is finally ready to close the door on her RHOC chapter? Life beyond the orange. Vicki's potential departure from RHOC doesn't mean she's fading into obscurity. In fact, she's busier than ever. Her insurance company, Kodo Insurance, continues to thrive, and she's been dedicating more time to her family, including her grandchildren. Additionally, Vicki recently launched a podcast where she shares life advice, entrepreneurial tips, and behind-the-scenes stories from her time on RHOC. "I'm in a different phase of my life," Vicki explained in a recent interview. "I've got my businesses, my family, and my health to focus on. It's time to prioritize what truly matters." This new outlook might explain why Vicki has been vocal about feeling out of place among the current cast. The dynamics have shifted significantly since her early days on the show, with newer housewives bringing a different kind of energy. "I don't relate to some of these women," she admitted. "It's hard to connect when you're in such different stages of life." The franchise without Vicki. If Vicki does decide to leave for good, it's worth considering how her absence will impact the RHOC franchise. As one of the original housewives, Vicki's presence has always been a cornerstone of the show. Her ability to balance outrageous antics with genuine vulnerability made her a fan favorite. Losing her would leave a significant void that newer cast members might struggle to fill. However, the franchise has proven its resilience time and again, from Bethany Frankel's exit on RHONMI to Lisa Vanderpump's departure from RHOBH, the Housewives universe has always managed to evolve. The key will be finding a new cast member who can bring the same level of authenticity and charisma that Vicki has provided for nearly 2 decades. Fans react. The possibility of Vicki's permanent exit has sparked mixed reactions among fans. Some are heartbroken at the thought of losing the OG, while others believe it's time for a new era. Social media has been buzzing with opinions. "Vicki, it is RHOC. The show won't be the same without her," tweeted one fan. "It's time for Vicki to move on. Let's bring in some fresh faces," countered another. "I'll always love Vicki, but maybe it's best for her to focus on her happiness," shared a longtime viewer on Instagram. What's next? While Vicki hasn't officially announced her departure, the signs seem to be pointing in that direction. Whether she's ready to say goodbye or simply taking a step back, one thing is clear: Vicki's legacy on RHOC is undeniable. She paved the way for housewives everywhere, proving that women over 40 could be fabulous, fearless, and unapologetically themselves. As Bravo fans await an official announcement, speculation continues to swirl. Will Vicki Gunvalson ride off into the sunset, or will she surprise everyone with yet another comeback? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure: whether she's on our screens or not, Vicki's impact on the Real Housewives will never be forgotten. For now, all we can do is raise a glass and toast the OG of the OC. Whoop it up, Vicki, you've earned it.